What's going on, and welcome back to another less than 5-minute gear review. And in this video we're going to be going over the TYR Tactical Huron Assaulter Sustainment pack. Now there are two versions of this pack. There's a standard version and there is a soft version. The standard version is going to cost you about $230. The soft version is going to cost you about $300. Now the only difference that I've seen when it comes to the two systems is the soft version is going to have this exterior zipper pocket on this exterior flap, and then on the interior you have some communication retention straps. So if you want to throw a radio inside of this, you do have that capability, and it's going to keep it tight to the entire interior pocket and not be flopping around inside of that. So it's my recommendation, go with the soft version. It gives you a little bit more capability, so that way you have a more adaptable pack to whatever you have going on, whether it's a mission environment or a duty position that you're trying to address with this one-day assault pack or assault sustainment pack. So when it comes to some of the other systems though that are out there, like the Eagle Industry Beaver Tail Assault Pack, as well as their hydration yoke pack that they have, I would definitely take a look at the two systems and figure out what's going to be best for you. There are some differences. This system is going to be a lot more modular and adaptable because of the amount of MOLLE that they have on it. You're going to have MOLLE on this exterior flap, you're going to have MOLLE in this midsection and on the sides, and then you also have MOLLE on these shoulder straps. So you have the ability to really set this up per your mission and or duty position, so that way if you want to add a couple of extra general purpose pouches or special purpose pouches or ordnance pouches, you can add those to the system to be able to set this entire thing up specifically to what you need, where the Eagle Industry isn't going to give you that modularity when it comes down to it. But the Eagle Industry is going to have that MOLLE section on the back of that pack to where you can incorporate that into a plate carrier, or if you want to put it on a zipper back panel, you can throw that all together and then be able to run that on your plate carrier, where this you don't have that capability. But when it comes down to it, I don't think it really makes a huge difference, because when it comes to the overall capability of all of the packs, whether you go with the standard, the soft version of the TYR Tactical, or the Eagle Industries, they both are capable of setting up with either a Haley Strategic or Extreme Gear Labs magazine placard like the one you see here, and you can throw all of this together, and then that way you can run this as just kind of a slick standalone system. So you have the ability to run the pack as an assault pack. You can run it with your plate carrier, or you can run it with a Haley Strategic or Eagle Industry placard if you want. There are some other companies out there that make placards that will work with this system as well, because they have the same buckle configuration. You just have to kind of take the time and look at what is all out there and then figure out what's going to work best for you. So moving on though, when it comes to the actual setup and construction of this entire system, you have your external flap with all of your MOLLE. You have your pocket that's incorporated into that flap, and that's going to run all the way down, so you can throw whatever you want inside that pocket for administrative purposes or just easy access equipment. And then you also, like the Eagle Industry packs, have this mesh and expandable portion to this pack. So if you want to expand this out to be able to throw jackets or helmets, you have the ability to throw all of that in here. The cool thing about this system though that I think is really unique is there's a zipper system. So if you want to pull this entire section off, you can unzip this and it will come right off. So you have the ability to pull that off and then just run this pack with the MOLLE and then be good to go. So you have some options when it comes down to the configuration of this thing, which I think is really nice. So I think this system does give you a lot more modularity. I think it would be cool if they added MOLLE to the back of this, so then that way you can MOLLE it into a plate carrier if your heart desires that, but I don't think it's necessary. So it would be cool when it comes down to it though. So that way they just have the upper hand when it comes down to that. So as far as the sides go, you do have these large bottle pockets. These will fit in Nalgene, as well as a couple of those larger Yeti bottles if you want to run those as well. So that's a nice feature where the Eagle Industries doesn't have as large of a bottle pocket. When it comes to the interior of this thing, it is really nice. It is very spacious and open. You do have a lot of space on the interior of this. There's a little hole on the bottom, so if you get water in it, it's just going to fall right out. And you can see in there you have quite a bit of space. You can fit a 117 Golf in here real easily. I believe that's the smaller of the two. I'm not a radio guy anymore, so I don't know exactly which ones are them anymore. But you do have a couple of mesh pockets. You have this side, the flap side, for administrative purposes. You do have this large pocket that does run the entire length of that exterior flap. So you do have the ability to store a lot of other equipment in there, like maps and other specific items that you may want to throw in there. Like you said, you have that large pocket, and then you can see these retention straps for your radios. So if you want to throw a radio in here that's larger, you do have the ability to utilize that to hold that and retain that down. And then you do have that hydration pocket right here as well, and then that little lanyard to be able to hold that up so that way your hydration pack doesn't fall back and fall down into that pocket. And then the cool thing with this is you do have 3 sections to where you can run your hydration tubes or antennas out. And another cool thing with this system is because of the MOLLE on the sides, if you want to run an antenna relocator and you don't want that antenna running right out the top of this and banging into the back of your helmet, you can run that antenna relocator to these MOLLE sections and then set that antenna up off to the side, so that way it's not in the way and not impeding you from being able to rotate your head or kick your head back or whatever when you're trying to just chill and relax or whatever. So couple different things when it comes down to this system. I definitely think this pack is awesome. I do think in a couple of ways it is superior to the Eagle Industries, but as it really breaks down, certain packs are going to be better for certain missions and applications. And if you really need that MOLLE back to this type of a pack, then go with the Eagle Industry. The Eagle Industry is a little bit more budget friendly, where this is going to be a little bit more expensive. So with that said, if you have any questions, please feel free, leave a comment. We'll answer any questions that you have, and we'll see you next time.